As a kid, you were the perfect child. मतलब drawing, painting, singing, सब कुछ करते थे आप. Dancing, सब कुछ करते थे आप. How did you think of getting into films?
One of the major directors of Bengali film industry that time. His name was Prabhat Roy. That was such a beautiful start for me with Aparna Sen, Dipankar De in the cast, and I
Wow.
played the teenager lead in that film.
When you were working on Dahan, did you know that this is what is going to get you a national award? क्या वो माहौल बन रहा था while making the film?
When Rituparna Ghosh told me that, I'm going to take just a few snaps and I need that expression of trauma on your face. That picture was so liked by my director and of course his team that वो ही poster हुआ बाद में जा.
Bollywood में entry कैसे होती है फिर?
Mithunda.
Okay.
So he noticed me and offered for Teesra Con. And then that's how I came to Mumbai and I did Teesra Con. That was my first debut film. Hi, I'm Rituparna Sengupta and you are watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
She is one of the most loved and successful actress in the Bengali film industry with more than 281 films, unconventional roles. Today on Bollywood Hungama with me, Urmin. Please welcome Rituparna Sengupta.
Hi, Urmin. Thank you so much for inviting me over here.
कैसी हैं आप?
Good?
Yeah.
Every time I feel I'm good, positive, feeling energetic to do more work.
You look lovely and I just want to start by saying that I'm a big fan of मैं मेरी पत्नी और वो and
Thank you so
ये
much.
आपको कितनी बार कितने लोगों ने कहा है?
बहुत बार. I feel so blessed
Yeah.
कि अभी भी इस फिल्म को लेके चर्चा होती है
जी.
and people are so happy about this film कि जब भी ये पर्दे पे आते हैं, I mean on television,
Yes.
people are always like completely glued और मुझे बोलता है कि हम लोग कभी मिस नहीं करते हैं and बहुत लोग फोटो भी भेजते हैं मतलब टेलीविजन से लेके those snapshots
Screenshots,
screenshots और मुझे इतना अच्छा लगता है कि लोग आज भी इसको इतना पसंद करते हैं. Actually that was a beautiful film and
It
अभी भी
really
इसे people can
was.
relate to it.
Absolutely. So ये पता है that as a kid you were the perfect child. मतलब drawing, painting, singing, सब कुछ करते थे आप. Dancing, सब कुछ करते थे आप. तो how did you think of getting into films?
Actually films just happened to me. मैंने कभी ऐसे कोई लाइक होता है ना अंदर से कुछ डिज़ायर और ख्वाब या मतलब करियर चॉइस ऑप्शन कुछ भी नहीं थे. मतलब I was very much academically oriented and my father wanted me to become IAS, IFS officer and I was studying in Lady Bourbon College with history major, I mean history honors
Okay.
and university उसके बाद. So my whole thing was completely different and my uncle and aunt, they were doctors and my family had a very different absolute academic inclination.
Yeah.
My father was in Pfizer, my mother was a perfect homemaker, she used to write very well, sing very well. So I grew up in a family where I was always being taught that to be kind to others, social values, then singing, painting, dancing, all these things which Bengali families, they actually try to make their kids much,
I think it's kudos to the parents also to, get your kids indulged into
Correct.
extra curriculum
Correct.
also
And my
so much.
grandmother was also very enthusiastic about it. My aunts were very happy that I do these things. And so I had a very, very beautiful, sort of connected and very bonded family. अभी भी है वो. तो इसीलिए, nothing came about films. तो films just happened क्योंकि मेरा एक college की performance थी. उसको देख के कोई, they liked me and then one of my friends, very dear friends, brother, he was into those, television stuff that time, a long back.
Yeah.
And that time, television, films were still not the major professional or, curriculum goals for any family,
Right,
sort
right.
of. So that way, I did one little fairy tale story, you know, like Cinderella, the
Yeah.
white dove and all this
Yeah.
stuff. Those were happening, मतलब वो चल रहे थे, तो मुझे बोला कि why don't you do it, my brothers heroines are not looking too good, तो तू एक कर उसके साथ. तो मैंने बोला ठीक है, this is like fun thing, I did it. तो वो करने के बाद I was you know, chosen by one of the major directors of Bengali film industry that time. His name was Prabhat Roy, and you know, his wife actually chose me, you know, for the role, and that was such a beautiful start for me with Aparna Sen, Dipankar De in the cast, and I
Wow.
played the teenager lead in that film, and it was a super success, and it won the national award that year as the best Bengali family film, and I was there, and people started talking about it, but obviously
Amazing.
they saw a lot of flaws in me. She has a very shrill voice, he has light eyes, she's not looking like completely like a Bengali thing and all that. So I also faced all that stuff. लेकिन उसके बाद you know मुझे बहुत अच्छे roles मिलने लगे, and people thought that some new girl has come, and you know, like new actor who can actually be experimented in new films.
Yeah.
तो बहुत सारे ऐसे हुआ कि you know I got some very major offers from big directors and very new directors as well. So that time you know I chose that ठीक है, मुझे भी interest लगा, and I started feeling कि ये शायद मेरे लिए है, you know, this place is for me. So I started having those feelings of owning the place, you know, having that confidence, or you know, the determination to do a lot of hard work. So मेरे अंदर में वो शुरू होने लगा, तो मुझे लगा कि शायद यही मेरी जगह है.
बट दिस इज अमेजिंग नो कि आपकी इनिशियल इयर्स में ही आप एक ऐसे फिल्म का हिस्सा होते हो जिसमें नेशनल अवार्ड शामिल है, एंड यू नो दैट मस्ट हैव बीन अ ह्यूज
and that time I became the like complete product of commercial cinema, or every like I mean I was like shooting day in and day out. I mean सुबह Madras तो शाम को Bangalore,
were you enjoying
morning
that life?
Calcutta तो रात को Bangladesh. So I was like all over the place, and
were
then
you enjoying that life?
I was actually, you know, मुझे लगा कि this is so beautiful, and you know बहुत लोग की ब्लेसिंग्स आने लगी, एंड पीपल स्टार्टेड रिकग्नाइजिंग मी. तो यू नो तो मुझे लगा कि ये तो बहुत ही अच्छी बात है कि हम कुछ काम करें और इतनी रिकग्निशन मिले और एक्नॉलेजमेंट मिले. तो दिस एक्चुअली गिव मी लॉट ऑफ इम्पेटस. और ये क्राफ्ट के ऊपर पता नहीं क्या हुआ, मेरे कुछ अलग ही विश्वास जागी, और मुझे लगा कि इसमें शायद कुछ है जो मेरे लिए है, जो यू नो यू स्टार्टेड फीलिंग इट दैट वे. क्योंकि मेरे कभी प्रिपरेशन नहीं था, मतलब आई वॉज नॉट, मेरा कोई ट्रेनिंग नहीं थी, कुछ भी नहीं था. तो ऑब्वियसली आई वॉज नॉट फॉर्मली ट्रेन टू बिकम एन एक्टर. सो लेकिन थोड़ा करके ना वो अंदर में आने लगी. एंड उसके बाद मेरा सबसे अच्छे फिल्म्स हैपेंड, लाइक पारोमिता एक दिन विद अपर्णा सेन, देन ऑब्वियसली ऋतुपर्णा घोष के साथ दहन, विच गॉट मी द नेशनल अवार्ड एज द बेस्ट एक्टर. एंड देन उसके बाद बुद्धदेव दासगुप्ता, उसके बाद तरुण मुजुमदार, Raja Sen, and you know that
when you were working on Dahan, did you know that this is what is going to get you a national award? क्या वो माहौल बन रहा था while making the film?
Not at all. Actually, best part was when Rituparna Ghosh told me that, you know, I'm going to take a few shots of yours, like photo. I mean, not video, just a few snaps, and I need that expression of trauma on your face, and then I will see that how much you are getting deep into the character of Romita. तो मैंने बोला कि अरे बाबा ये तो बहुत ही टफ सिचुएशन है. एंड दैट टाइम आई वाज ऑल ओवर द प्लेस विद कमर्शियल फिल्म्स. अभी इधर एक शूट चल रहा है, बहुत डांस चल रही है, उधर एक बहुत ही ड्रामा सीन चल रहा है, एंड इन बिटवीन दिस शॉट एंड ही कॉल्ड मी, ही सेड यू हैव टू लाइक फॉरगेट एवरीथिंग व्हाट यू वर डूइंग एंड यू हैव टू जस्ट कॉन्सेंट्रेट ऑन व्हाट आई से. तो ऋतुपर्णा घोष लाइक अ रेवर्ड डायरेक्टर. सो मैंने तो बहुत ही मतलब ऐसा टेंशन हो रही थी, लेकिन वो पता नहीं कैसा वो एक्सप्रेशन मैं you know like I started getting that on my face. तो उसके बाद ऋतुदा कुछ शॉट्स लिया, उस पर बोला कि हाँ I got the pain in the eyes. So because that time I didn't have any experience because I was not married. वो trauma क्या होता है, जो ससुराल की जो एक पॉलिटिक्स होती है,
जी।
मतलब अपनी पॉलिटिक्स होते हैं, उनकी जिंदगी की कुछ अलग ही हिस्सा होता है, एक लड़की आती है उधर, उसके बाद क्या होता है, I didn't have any experience because I was very much novice that time, and no affairs, no marriage, no nothing. So I was quite fresh from the garden.
एक्सपीरियंस कहाँ से लिए?
वही मैं सोच रही थी कि मैं कहाँ से लाऊं वो जो ऋतुदा बोल रहे हैं कि वो तुमको like all these boys have tormented you and sort of molested you, your husband is giving you so much of dhakka, your family is putting pressure on your parents are thinking that maybe you had some earlier connection with these boys, so itna sara kuch, he was giving me such long instructions. And then so anyway, I tried to do as much as possible. But the best part was that picture was so liked by my director and of course his team that वो ही poster हुआ बाद में जाके.
Oh, wow.
Poster shoot अलग से नहीं किया उन्होंने, मतलब वही जाके पोस्टर बना और उसके बाद दहन के ऊपर एक बुक भी निकले थे बाद में, like a book was published called Crossfire, और उसका भी कवर ये हुआ. So that was like a signature. I mean, if you go to Dahan this thing website, you can see that picture is there too.
So
the most iconic poster.
अरे वाह वाह. तो बॉलीवुड में एंट्री कैसे होती है फिर?
बॉलीवुड से ऑफ एंड ऑन ऑफर्स आते रहते थे तब, बट आई वाज सो बिजी. आई बिकेम अ वेरी बिग स्टार इन बांग्लादेश आल्सो. लाइक बांग्लादेश फिल्म्स, आई हैव डन ऑलमोस्ट 15 to 20 films. All were super hits. Almost all were super hits.
And there's a huge fan following for you.
Yeah. Recently, I just did a very big show in Bangladesh.
Okay.
In Naranganj Club. They finished about 130 years of their tenure, and they called me for a big show. So it was like fantastic. Bollywood mein, to answer your question, actually, I was shooting in Uti, that time, and I was shooting for a film, a Bengali film, and then Partho Ghosh was shooting there with Mithunda. Okay. So he noticed me, and as a Bengali girl, of course, we said hello to the whole team because we were shooting like studio. Chennai mein we were shooting actually. So we were shooting in the same studio. In this floor, I was shooting, and they were shooting on the other floor. But so that time, we said hello to each other and all that. So Parthoda was very interested. He said, if you want to, do Hindi films, and Mithunda के साथ तब नया like I said hello to him. तो पता नहीं कुछ दिनों के बाद they sent me an offer for तीसरा कौन.
Okay.
And that time it was such a great this thing, I mean cast, Chunky was there, then Somi Ali, then it was Pravesh Sippi's film, NN Sippi's film, a very big banner, and Partho the director, and Amol Palekar ji was there. So it was a very big cast, and I was like, oh my God, that is a good break for me. And then that's how I came to Mumbai, and I did Teesra Kaun. That was my first debut film.
So what is the difference that you found in both the industry?
See, I was quite new to Hindi, and मुझे लगा कि यहाँ पे the scale is much bigger, and the magnanimity, the Bollywood thing. The first time I remember when our Muharat happened, or the announcement happened, I was quite flabbergasted to see Rishi Kapoor and everybody in the whole thing. In the occasion. So it was like I grew up seeing their films, and then I am there that time. So it was like quite a fan moment for me. But at the same time, I felt that, see, this is my industry and I have to work everywhere. And I had that whole kick inside me to do some great work. And it's not only in Bengal, so I want to spread my wings elsewhere as well. So South was also calling me for some movies and all. So I concentrated in Bollywood and Bengal that time. And I did a few films that time, and it was quite nice. I worked with Priyadarshan ji, I worked with Parthoda. Parthoda then did a Bengali film also, which became a very big hit called Shindur Khala back in Kolkata. And then I did... then I worked with David G. Do Not Disturb. I did a little cameo with Ritesh. And then I did. Then I worked with Anup in Life Express, me, Divya Datya, and Yashpal Sharma. Recently, that movie was shown in Haryana International Film Festival.
Okay.
So I was there, and Yashpal ji was also there because he is from the same place.
Yeah.
And then I did. Of course, I did Mittal versus Mittal with Karan Rastan. Then, and I think that time I did many films, and then Amol Walekar ke साथ काम किया, and once again with Antara Mali, me and Rajat Kapoor.
तो कई सारी फिल्में
हाँ, I
आई
actually did lot of interesting films, you know. Then
but then
don't know why
Rituparna,
ना
there was
जाने
also
क्यों.
a lot of films that got stalled, na?
Yeah,
क्यों
I was
हुआ
coming to
ऐसे?
that. Yeah, I was coming to that. That actually pained me a lot, and still pains me, and still that is my perfect regret. If you ask me what is your regret, that a lot of movies which I did didn't see the light of the day. Which one was definitely Manish Gupta's film, that Saap Chai Pani, where me, Sonu Sood, Om Puri ji was there, and it was such a great subject. And something happened with we finished the film also. Something happened with the producer. There was some unban between the producer and their, I don't know what was their internal problem. So you know, my film suffered. My performance was not there out there to be watched. तो वो भी मुझे बहुत ही एक अलग दुख है मेरे अंदर. And then another very important film which actually the posters were also out, उसके बाद कुछ Warner Brothers जैसे, I don't have any problem to say on the screen, I mean on the camera, कि like Warner Brothers जैसे एक मतलब बड़ी प्रतिष्ठान, and like you know, like it is like a, you know, we talk about Warner Brothers, oh my God, that's one of the, you know, topmost production houses we have all over, I mean all over the world. I mean it is recognized all over the world. So obviously उसकी फिल्म थी अजय वर्मा की SRK बोल के. It is like a remake of a very important South Indian film, and it did very well in South India. It's a Malayalam film, and then the whole story was taken and converted, and it had me, Vinay Pathak ji, then Dilip Prabhalkar, then very, very interesting cast. And the most important thing was the music was by Ilayaraja ji, and that was like a dream come true of any actor to work with such personalities. And it was, and Ajay did such great work in the film, and the whole thing was all, I mean everything was done, everything said and done. The trailers were out, the trailers were cut, and the posters were done, and the PVR cinema was doing some some collaboration and all that promotion and everything. Then suddenly there was a little I don't know what went wrong between the executive producer of the film and Warner Brothers, and they suddenly thought of not doing anything with the film anymore. And you know, we shot such lovely shots in Kunnur, and the whole I mean we were there for almost a month in Kunnur, and we shot such great great shots and beautiful locale, wonderful story, such great performances, beautiful songs. But you know, I mean, that is you know what, an actor feels very sad when it's not about money, it's not about anything else.
Sure.
When your performance doesn't get the pride of the place, that time you suffer. तो मुझे लगा कि you know, पता नहीं कहाँ पे किसी का नजर लग गया तो मेरा, I mean, I don't know.
But how do you deal with it then?
That is a very, I mean, another film I want to mention to you also, that was directed by one of our Bengali directors called Anjan Datta.
Okay.
And that was a wonderful, actually before Kahani also, that was shot in Kolkata.
Okay.
You know, which was called BBD. You know, Binoy Badul Dinesh, the BBD, and that was there. We have a place called BBD in Kolkata, and you imagine the cast: KK Menon, Nasruddin Shah, Jimmy Shergill, me, Sonali Kulkarni, some amazing actors. I mean, such a great film. I played KK Menon's wife in the film, and it was such a beautiful film. Again, something happened with Percept. That time Percept was taking some films and all that, and they didn't do anything with the film. And I was so upset, like I felt that, another film also will come, but this movie will come, one movie with Purav Kohli, which is already ready, called
Okay.
Tere Aane Se.
Okay.
That will be releasing soon, and I've got another few releases coming soon. But then, in between these films, actually, broke my heart. Like it was like, it was like, giving so much of time, toil, and everything to these films, and उसके बाद इसकी पहचान नहीं है, इसके बाद कोई इसका जिक्र नहीं होगा, इसके बाद कोई मेरे परफॉर्मेंस देख नहीं सकेंगे, सो क्या मतलब फ़ायदा है करने के बाद. And I didn't know anything better other than my performance. मैं क्या करूँ, किसके पास जाऊँ, क्या क्या बोलूँ, मतलब वो भी तो मतलब I don't know, मतलब वो तो सब प्रोड्यूसर लोगों की बातचीत है. I mean, I cannot get into that. So अभी I sometimes in Calcutta, I mean in Bengali films, I can take charge and talk about, I call the shots much more than anything else. Either is it कि like they have their own way of doing things. Hi, I'm Rituparna Sengupta, and you are watching me on Bollywood Hungama.